Welcome inside Okinawa Arena. This is the first part of our press conference. We are joined by Team Australia. Final score, Australia 109, Japan 89. We're joined by head coach Brian Goorjian and number 6, Josh Green. Before we open up to the floor for questions, want to go ahead and hear your opening comments, Coach, and Josh, your thoughts about the game here tonight. We'll start with you, Josh.
I think tonight, was a big game for us. It was a bounce-back game that we needed to have. We had emphasis on, playing hard and, picking up. I think X did an amazing job, just with, second chance points, and, it carried to the whole team, gave us momentum. But, it was what we needed to do, and, just making sure that we continue to have that same energy moving forward into our next game and, be aggressive and ready to go.
Thank you. And Coach Goorjian?
I just think, it's a interesting world, this international basketball. You win a medal, first medal in the history of this region, and you lose one game by a basket, and you come into tonight and it's like you're coaching for your life and the team's playing for their life. I felt just like I did before the Slovenia game today. Olympics at stake, moving on at stake, and a fired up team that had played tremendous on their home court. And I just think the blueprint for our success, what we've come and talked about leading into this, the small ball, the switching, the defense, the blueprint was the first half. And the guys that, it's interesting, you get in a game like that, and I've talked a lot about the change from the experience that we had at the last Olympics, and we're going through evolution. Some guys get spit out, some guys get moved in. And 3 big pieces tonight, Josh Giddey, Josh Green, Xavier Cooks, are 3 guys that really, he was very important on our bronze medal team, but he was 11 and 12. Experience, very little. So those 3 guys tonight, and that's what we've been talking about for the future of the team, make this thing really excited, not only for tonight, but for future, because they're going to get better as they get more international experience.
Thank you, Coach, and thank you, Josh. We'll go ahead and open up to the floor for questions. Please introduce yourself when the microphone comes.
Tom Hirsch, NBL Media. Coach, slow starts have been an issue the first couple of games. You must have been a lot happier with how the team came out tonight and the energy they brought early.
I did. And it didn't, it was real. We talk about the culture of the team. The assistants are saying to me, these guys are locked in. They know what's at stake. I didn't have to do anything like I did during that timeout. There was none of that. No emotion from me. I did that yesterday. And we changed. We moved Matisse to the group coming off the bench. And, Josh, this was the original plan. But Josh missed most of our camp, missed all the games. And I think he's better on the defensive end of the Delhi job of picking the ball up and putting pressure off the floor. And then when we bring in the switching lineup, Matisse is long, and he's playing with Xavier and Giddey in that group, and he can switch. So I thought the adjustment today really helped us. We got a lot from the group we started, and then the switching group was up a level.
And just quickly, a big emphasis today was obviously keeping them off the three-point line and not letting them get hot, which you did a pretty good job of for most of the game. Firstly, how happy are you with how the team executed that? And secondly, how does that carry over to a team like Slovenia for the next round, who are also a dangerous team from long range?
Similar. So just again, I thought they shot poorly from the three-point line, but in this, it was because a lot of them were contested, they were tipped, and the switching was really good and much better communication and aggressive. And that is going to be the challenge for us at another level going the next couple games. So we made them shoot pull-up twos. We made them take it into the key, but we defended that three-point line. And we're going to have to do that moving forward.
Gorge, Matt Logue at News. Obviously, you're soaking up this game, but like moving forward, Slovenia, not only from a matchup point of view, but from an historical standpoint, like the first match since that bronze medal game. What's your thoughts on that, and then also the challenge of coming up against Luka Doncic?
No, really excited about it. Really excited about it. I mean, I'm happy to move to this next stage with this group because I think we're getting better as the tournament went on. I know we lost to Germany, but I thought of the games I've watched, our game with Germany was one of the best games played in this whole tournament. And we went up another level, I think, tonight. So I keep saying the youth, as they experience international basketball, we're going to get better and better. And we're playing a team, when we say trying to win gold, we're playing a team, Germany, Slovenia, those teams can do the same thing. So we're going to have to be on point, and I'm really excited that we get this opportunity by winning this game.
And just a quick one for Josh. Obviously, a lot's been said. You play with Luca. I think the last time, you had the cheeky bet, and Luca, had to go to training with it. Is there obviously a bit of banter there? But at the same time, you must relish these opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, I think we haven't come up with a bet yet, so that's still in the air. But at the end of the day, I think, both of us are competitive. We're ready to go. So no matter really who it is, we know who Luka is and how good of a player he is. But at the end of the day, we're going to do our work and make sure that we do our film, and we're going to follow the game plan. And it's obviously there is history, but at the end of the day, that's in the past. It's about what's going to happen on Friday, and I think we'll be ready to go.
Second row.
Shintaro Kano, Olympic Channel coach. Tom Hovis is trying to set a new standard for Japanese basketball after the latest battle against them. Do you get the sense that Japan have become a stronger, different proposition than in the past?
Oh my God. So excited I've worked in this region a long time. I was with the Japanese national team on 2 different times. I've been with Team China, I've been with the Philippines, and I've worked in this region. And this guy, when we were at the Olympics, my favorite team to watch, the best coach team I felt at the Olympics was the Japanese women. And he's doing the same thing here. And they play with passion, they play to their strengths. He's got the country behind the team, and your domestic competition, which is a parallel to Japanese success, is on another level from what it used to be. So all systems go, and tremendous respect for the Japanese team and tremendous respect for Hovath as a coach.
Second row here on the left side. And then we'll come up here next.
Gren Assa from Dallas Basketball. Coach, Josh Green had his best offensive performance today. What did you see from him in the starting lineup today?
I saw it when we came back from camp. The guy that I met for the first time a year ago, and the player that came into camp the first couple of days, I told him, I said I was so proud of the development. Full credit to the Dallas Mavericks and what they're doing with their youth, because he came in just a much better basketball player than was in Tokyo the last time. And he's been, like I said, out the whole time, hasn't really trained with us, hasn't played any games with us. You're just seeing a glimmer of what's coming. And he's, along with Josh Giddey, is the next stage of this thing. So, and a tremendous person, tremendous part of the team and the culture. So I was excited for him tonight, and now this is another piece to add, which is really important as this tournament gets tougher and tougher.
Jacob Dool, the Pick and Roll Australia. Gorge, a lot of talk about the defense of this team, and it's obviously a strength, but after your highest score of the tournament so far, how happy were you with the offensive execution tonight?
19 assists in the first half, and we talked about, we dribbled the ball too much against Germany, too much bounce, so we tried to make that a feature. And again, I thought the blueprint tonight, not only the defensive end, but the ball moved better. Less dribbling, less bouncing, and more ball movement. And it's always talk's cheap. And when the players do it and they see it and it's successful, it really helps me in my role.
Oh, question in the back.
Olgunor, GSBN Australia. Josh, this team ran as much as they have throughout this throughout this tournament, right? The pace was there, the transition was there. What's it like being a part of this group when you guys are getting stops and running? And then can you talk about Xavier Cooks and the impact that he had on both ends of the floor, but obviously just as a really dynamic guy on the offensive end and in transition for you guys?
I think it's a fun way to play, especially for me. I like, getting up and down, picking up full court. I think it's, a little bit of a new way, of what, Australia has played like. But, I think all the guys are on board with it. And, I think going and moving forward into now, it's a fun way to play. And it brings a lot of energy. Somebody like Xavier who, he rebounded everything tonight. That just impacts the game, and it's great for him, but also impacts every single other guy that's on the court. So I think playing fast is, is fun, and it's the way basketball is moving, and I think we have a great team to be able to do that.
You have one more back there? Okay.
Gorge, can you talk a bit about what Xavier Cooks does for you guys defensively, especially in those switching lineups, and how versatile he is guarding those smaller guards?
Well, I know when I'm on the side, because Maddie does a lot of the subbing during the game, and I called the timeout and I said, make sure Xavier's not out too long. Make sure, because it's 1 through 5, the switching when he's on the floor. And I just thought he had such an impact when we were at a higher level to start the game, but when he came in, the switching went to another level because the big fellow was hurting us on the rolls the first 5 or 6 minutes. Then we could switch instead of drop when Xavier came in, and it changed the whole game. And as Josh was saying, the rebounding and the running. I mean, he ran that middle line. He stayed attentive on the offensive glass. He passed it. He was a really unique piece, really versatile in this, and really exciting for the next, down the road in our development.
All right. I'm not seeing any further questions, so I believe that will conclude this portion of the press conference. Thank you, Coach Gorgon.
Thank you.
And thank you, Josh. Good luck to you the rest of the way. So welcome back for our second portion of our press conference. We're here in Okinawa Arena, joined by the Japanese team. The final score, Australia 109, Japan 89. We have head coach Tom Hovas and number 12, Yuta Watanabe, joining us. And before we open up for questions on the floor, we would love to hear an opening statement about your thoughts about the game. First from you, Yuta, and then Coach Hovas.
I mean, obviously, Australia is a better team, but in the first half, they outworked us, getting all the rebounds, getting all the 50-50 balls. That cannot happen, you know. That's what we talked about in the halftime, and in second half, we did what we're supposed to do. So we won by 2. So I'm really proud of us. Our effort and everything. So, but we still gotta do for 40 minutes. 20 minutes is not enough. So we gotta do that for 40 minutes.
Thank you, Yuta. And Coach Hovas?
Yes, the same thing happened against Germany. I think Germany's a great team. Australia are both fantastic teams, and I just think the strength and the length and the skill set hits us a little bit, and it takes a little time to adjust. But halftime, until halftime is too long of an adjustment period. And once we get to halftime, I think the guys are settled in and settled down, and then we start to play our best basketball. But we can't do that moving forward. We always talk about playing for 40 minutes, and when you play against teams like Germany and Australia, obviously it's 20 minutes is not enough. Some positives for sure. Yuta looked good. He looked great. Back to normal form, which is fantastic. Josh is doing Josh things, which is fantastic. I was glad to see Togashi get back into his groove. He struggled a little bit in the first 2 games, so to have him back is a huge plus. With some of the younger kids, like Tominaga didn't hit his threes, but he was able to get some chances on his drives. And Kawamura was he wasn't as sensational as he was against Finland, but with young guys, you kind of have to expect a little bit of up and down, and they're getting great experience against some great competition, and they're not backing down. So that's the mindset that we have as a team, and I'm proud again of our effort and the way we played in the second half. 89 points against Australia offensively is not bad when you only shot 30% from 3. Means we're doing some other things pretty good, but giving up 109 is tough. I mean, when you have a point guard who's 6'8", who's shooting easily over our center, if he did miss, our center had to come and help, and they were getting rebounds. So they're a tough team. There's some tough matchups, but I liked how we played in the third and fourth quarter.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now open up. We'll take 2 questions in English and then open up for Japanese up front here, and then Evan.
Yuta, Tom Hirsch, NBL Media Australia. Coach spoke 2 nights ago about trying to set a new standard for Japanese basketball, so I'm just interested in how you think this group has grown through this tournament and started to bridge the gap against countries like Australia. And also, just quickly, Paddy said that you spilled a smoothie on his new shoes and he owed you one for tonight, so are you guys even now?
He's still talking about it? Yeah, I mean, I think we're even now, I guess. What was that?
The first question was, a couple days ago I talked about the new level. We're trying to create a new level of standard for Japan basketball. And how do you think that's going?
Yeah, I think our standards is, being higher. I mean, that's what we have to do. Especially, we wanna beat those like type of countries. Australia, obviously, they are number 3 teams in the world, but I mean, we wanna beat them. So to do that, we gotta set the standard like higher and expectation higher, and we gotta work hard every day and then do everything we have to do. So tough loss tonight, but like coach say, 89 points against them, it's not too bad. We gave up 109 points. That's a lot. So we gotta fix like all the little details and everything. But like I said, I'm really proud of our effort, especially in the second half.
Evan?
Hi, Evan Harding, FIBA World Basketball. Coach, you've spoken in the past about building belief in this team, as you did with the women's team.
Yep.
How do you feel that's come along, and have you sensed a change since Sunday's win? And also, Yuta, is that something that you've noticed and that perhaps you can take to Phoenix, where you'll be with a team expecting to win?
Yes. So I talk about this a lot in some different Japanese interviews over the years, and I always talk about belief being a very deep word. It's just not talk, and it's something that you have to really deeply believe in the bottom of your soul. And the women's team had it, and it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. It's in Japanese we say kuchi dake janai, so it's not just mouth talk, right? It's just not that. And this team has it. So there's hurdles that every team has to go through to build that and to gain the confidence. And some are moral victories, like the second half of tonight's game or the second half of Germany. Some are actual victories against Finland. We've never done that before. We're just going to have to keep grinding and keep working. And one of these days we're going to beat one of these top teams, and then our confidence will grow. And that's exactly what happened with the women's team. We started beating teams like France and Belgium, and it just started growing and growing. And this team is on that path, 100%. Everybody in the locker room is working for each other. Everybody is working towards the same goal. And sometimes you have to take lumps like today. But from these battles, we learn and get stronger. Yep.
We'll open up questions in Japanese. Start here.
フリーライターの三村です。トムさんに質問です。
はい、
今日の試合の後半、
はい、
ドイツ戦の後半よりも良かったと思う。で、
まあ、
ディフェンスも続けたし、キープシューティングして、スコアじゃなくて、そのアティテュードがすごく誇らしかったと思うけど、どう思いますか？これを未来につなげられますか？
いや、本当にこのチームは自信あります。この試合もう勝つと思ってた、全員が。で、僕もドイツはもうディフェンスばっかりじゃないですか。全然スコアリングあまりしてなかったけど、今日の後半は50何点、54点ぐらいですよね。だからオフェンスはみんなもうアタックやってる、アグレッシブにやってる、仕事もやってるから、自信ある。相手も自信ある。相手も強い。でもとりあえずステップバイステップ少しずつもううちの目標はもう近くになるよ。だから目標は終わってない。だから本当に日本の応援たちにもそのメッセージが言いたいです。今日は悔しい、痛いけど終わってないです。終わってない。本当にもう長い間このチームは一緒にプレーしたいです。はい。
フリーランス長塚です。雄太選手にお願いします。渡辺選手は去年のアジアカップ参加されて、オーストラリア最後負けた時って見てたと思うんですけども、あの時もいい試合をした、負けましたけども、今日も同じようにいい試合をしたけど負けた。同じ負けでいい試合をしたっていう中でも、なんか去年のそのアジアカップと今日のアジアカップ、トモさんも言ってましたけど、世界で89点もオーストラリア相手に取れるチームって少ないと思うんですけど、その1年の進化っていうかっていうのをどう評価されてるかというのを聞かせてください。
まず これはうちにも言えることですけど、去年のオーストラリアは特にベストメンバーでもなかったですし、ただ今日は本当に勝ちに来てるメンバー相手に対して後半あれだけやれたっていうのはもう間違いなく自分たちの自信につながったと思うんで、ただ本当にこういうチームを本気で倒したいとなった時にさっきも言ったんですけど20分じゃ絶対足りないですし、コーチも試合前に言ってたんですけど38分でも39分でもとにかく40分うちは後半のようなバスケットをやりきらないとこういうチームに本気で勝つためにはやっぱ足りないんで、それを本当に40分間やりきれるだけの力だったり体力っていうのをやっぱ自分たちもつけていかなきゃいけない中で、ただやっぱ後半自分たちのペースに対して相手もやっぱすごい疲れてましたし、それは本当に自分たちが今までやってきたことの証明だと思うんで、自分たちも疲れてましたけど自分たちのバスケットがこういうチーム相手にも通用するっていうのは最後の20分間で皆さんに証明できたと思うんで、次の試合、残り2試合本当絶対勝たなきゃいけない試合が続くんで、あれを40分間やりきれるかどうかだと思います。
Second row right here.
お疲れ様です。月刊バスケットの堀内と言います。渡辺選手に質問なんですけど、トムさんがこういう会見の場とか練習とかもすごい信じるって言葉をすごい使うと思うんですけど、そういうのは選手にとってはどんな力になるというか、どういうふうに背中を押されるとか、そういう思いあったら教えてください。
やっぱまず自分たちが信じれてないと、いくらコーチが口で言っても自分たちが本気で信じれてないと結果には絶対つながってこないですし、11人でも足りない、もうとにかく12人全員が自分たちがこういうチーム相手に勝てるっていうのを信じてなきゃいけない中で、それをコーチ自ら常に口に出して言ってくれることで自分たちもいつも再確認できてますし、もう本当に今日のオーストラリアに関しても試合前絶対勝てるって12人が信じれたと思うんで、ただやっぱり力の差だったりとかは前半出てしまった部分もあったんですけど、十分自分たちもやれるっていうのをまた証明できたと思うんで、今日の負けで落ち込んでる暇もないですし、さっきも言ったんですけど次の試合2試合とも勝てばもう大きくパリに近づけると思うんで、もう本当に1試合も取りこぼしができない中でこの戦い方を40分間できるっていうのを本当に全員が信じれるかどうかだと思ってます。
お疲れ様です。J バスケ橋本です。渡辺選手にお伺いしたいんですけども、先ほどトムコーチからも、ペイントとスリーずっと言われてましたけども、今日厳しい時間帯で渡辺選手が作戦を超えてたのかもしれないですけど、とにかくもうペイントアタックを厳しい中にアタックしていったんですけど、その時のゲームの厳しい中でどういう気持ちでプレーしたのかっていうのをちょっと教えてもらっていいですか。
自分も体力的に結構厳しい部分もあったんですけど、ただ、特に前回の試合本当みんなに助けてもらった分、今日みたいなゲーム展開の時はもう自分がとにかく引っ張らなきゃいけないっていう思いで、女子も本当にすごくペイントで体張って頑張ってくれましたし、それに続いてやっぱ僕もやらなきゃいけないっていう気持ちで、やっぱドライブすればオーストラリア相手にでもしっかりファウルもらって、女子が7本僕が9本っていうのをフリースロー打ててるんで、やっぱりそのペイントアタック、外からもちろんうちはそのバスケットをやっていかなきゃいけないんですけど、やっぱペイントアタックできるチャンスがあればとにかくペイントアタックしてこういうフリースローだったりとか、簡単な2点っていうのも取っていかなきゃいけないと思うんで、今日は本当にスリーポイント、もうちょっと高確率で決めたかったっていうのもあるんですけど、ああいうふうにペイントアタックすればもっとその周りのシューターとかも生きてくると思いますし、なんでそこは今日はちょっと意識してというか、ペイントタッチっていうのは意識的にやってました。
We're going to take two more questions right here and then over there.
フリーランスの宮地です。トムさんと渡辺選手それぞれ同じ質問をお聞きしたいんですけれども、今渡辺選手もちょっと言いましたけれども、ジョシュ・ホーキンソン選手の存在がこの2試合とても大きかったと思うんですね。特にこの前の試合で38分出て、今日はまた36分出て、かなりインサイドで体も張ってすごくチームにとって大きな存在だったと思うんですけれども、そのあたり彼の存在がこのチームにとってどれだけ重要かっていうあたりを、どんなところで彼のプレーがこのチームに効いてるのかっていうのを教えてください。
どのぐらい
どれだけ重要かっていうところを。
Where what?
どれだけHow important is he for this team?
Well, 33点7リバウンドでしょ。 ドイツ戦も彼は出てる時にプラスマイナスはゼロだった。だから彼はインサイドのリバウンディングとかインサイドスコーリングもあるから、うちのオフェンスがそれは必要だよ。もう外ばかりじゃなくて速さばかりじゃなくて、ぐらいのインサイドプレーもあるとスコーリングもあるとすごい大きいと思います。で本当にまあ残念ですけど、38分37分は長いんですけど、今エイジア1目標あるから、ポイントディフェレンシャルが今すごい考えてる。だからドイツ戦もハーフタイムは22点差、今日も22点差、40点差になると大変ですよ。だから残念ですけど、そこをよく考えています。今日もユタも結構時間出たんですけど、そこは考えています。はい。
はい、本当にもうとにかくゴール下で体を張ってくれて、もうリバウンドも本当全部もぎ取ってくれて、本当に女子にはもうチームみんなすごい感謝してますし、これだけやっぱ長い時間出て強度でやってると本当に大変なんですけど、その中で女子はもう本当一切弱音を吐かずチームのためにこうやって体を張ってくれてるんで、やっぱ自分たちももっともっとできることがあると思いますし、お互いが本当にお互いをしっかり助け合ってやっていかなきゃいけないと思うんで、次の試合もまた僕だったり女子のプレータイムは長くなる可能性も全然ありますけど、本当僕ら2人とも別に40分出る気持ちでやってるんで、いつもそこで多少もちろんその中で交代して、少しの休憩はあったりはしますけど、でももうここまで来た以上、もう本当勝たなきゃいけない試合の中でもう1分1秒も無駄にできない中で、女子もそうですし、僕ももうどれだけ長い時間でもとにかく体張って走り続けてっていうのはやろうと思ってるんで、明日またしっかり休んで、次の試合にまた100% 出せるように頑張っていきたいと思います。
And the final question up here in the second row.
共同通信の桑原です。お疲れ様でした。お二人に聞かせてください。後半の20分というのは3試合1次リーグ通じてとてもすごい感動するぐらいの攻撃を見せていたと思います。一方でどうしてもいずれも3試合前半ホーバーさんが40分やらないと強豪には勝てないっておっしゃったように、どうしても前半が相手に苦戦するといいますか、大きく点差を広げられてしまうのが今のその日本と世界の実力の差っていうことだと思うんですけども、どういうふうにしていけば前半からこの後半のようなバスケ、理想とするようなバスケができるようになるのか教えてください。
どうやって今日は富樫と河村のメンバーが変わった。で原とマコだから、フィンランド戦は富樫と原が、スターティングメンバーだったけど、ディフェンスとか良かったけど得点はあんまりなかったんです。で、フィンランドの後半は河村とマコもすごい大きかった。で2人が今日スターティングになったらもう得点はいけるかなと思ったんですけど、できなかったんですよ。だから理由はもう多分オーストラリアのディフェンスが大きかった。でマコがすぐターンオーバーになって、で河村もシュート入らなかったとかいろいろ迷ってることになったから、それは今日です。はい。でフィンランド戦はちょっと違うの理由あった。でドイツも違う理由あったんですけど、だからこういう大会がそういう問題とかアジャスメントがあるんですよ。だから少しずつ良くなるかなと思います。はい。
本当になんていうんですかね、体力がお互いある時間帯は、正直力の差は多少なり出てしまう部分はあると思うんで、だからまず前半とどれだけ僕らが食らいついていけるかっていうのがすごい鍵になってくると思うんですけど、そこで本当今日の試合もそうですし、ドイツの試合ももし10点ぐらいで終われてたら、その後半自分たちの方が、練習はもう本当に他のどこよりもめちゃくちゃやってる分、 体力の部分でまず勝って先手を取っていけると思いますし、そこで本当4クォーター始まるときに点数が1桁ぐらいだったら、相手も余裕は絶対ないんで、体力ない中で精神的にも余裕ない中でうちに必ずああいう強い相手に対しても流れが来る時間帯があると思うんで、ただやっぱ20点とか空いてしまってると相手が体力なくてもやっぱり余裕を持ってプレーされてしまう部分がどうしてもあるんで、だからやっぱりもちろん前半とかもリードして終わる展開ができればそれは理想ですけど、やっぱり力の差とか多少出てくる分、やっぱり10点とか以内で終わることができたら、オーストラリア相手にでもドイツ相手にでも十分勝てるチャンスはあったんじゃないかなっていうふうに思うんで、本当にそれはこれから本当自分たちがどれだけ強くなれるかだと思います。
Okay, that will go ahead and conclude the press conference for this evening. Thank you so much, Coach Tom Hovas. And Utah, we wish you the best of luck as you continue on.
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
Thank you.